we are going to now go to an amazing nacho sponsor and someone who I've admired for years. Bob Spiel can from Dentist Partner Pros can start his video. So Bob, tell us what you do to help dentists decrease their annoyance on a daily basis.
Paul, it is awesome to be with you, by the way. And I love Philly.
Oh, thanks. We got to come and see us. So I appreciate it. That means you and Arash, you'll see each other in April. So you've said it on live TV. So now you have to come.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you why I love Philly, to be honest with you, is because I had a client actually in the Navy Yard years ago. And come to find out that's where my grandfather went to serve in the Navy after graduating from Annapolis. Okay. So it's kind of cool, you know?
Yeah.
Feels like home. How do we help decrease the frustration of the dentists? It's really easy. Well, it's not that easy, but we can put it into terms, okay? The term is this: we help private practices find partner quality associate dentists. Bring them on board properly, have them succeed in your practice, and also start to make you money and them money. Because honestly, we're here to address one of the biggest frustrations that's existed in dentistry, not just today, but like for years, even decades. And that is 75% of the time, associates fail within a year. Yeah. And it's just one of those problems that's been chronic, but we've never been able to really measure it.
In your research of the species of the dentist, okay?
Yes.
And I think this is such an important stat. And I've done this on Instagram. 75% fail within a year. If you just want Family Feud and you could give me 2 reasons, what would be the 2 reasons? Just broad picture. What are the 2 reasons most fail? I know there's probably 10, but give us 2 reasons why they fail within a year.
Okay, they fail, number 1, because the hiring dentist is often just taking this person to lunch or to dinner, and it feels good, and you hire from your gut. Okay, and our process, how we solve this, Paul, is that I say in the end, let your gut confirm the decision, but use your brain for 95% of the decision-making process, especially in hiring. All right, so they use their gut, and they haven't really thought through how they're going to bring this person on and help them succeed.
Awesome. I like
so those 2 things right there, just to start, dissolve the relationship really quickly. And the funny thing is, you talk to some people that have been in the industry for a long time, and they'll say, man, I think 75% is low. And it ought to be 90%.
You know what I know? It's, my grievances with dental school have to do with this, right?
Yeah,
dental schools charge $500,000 to get a degree in general dentistry, and they leave out so many skills you need to succeed. And not only do they leave them out, they don't even talk about it, because it's just totally nacho nuts. A dentist will spend more time researching a CBCT, and I want to let you know, they all work great, okay? I understand.
Yeah, they do.
They will spend more time researching that CBCT than they will on their associate dentist. And the impact of their associate dentist is so massive on an upside, on a downside,
much bigger.
On a personal level. I mean, there's just it, but I think it's because their lack of comfort with analyzing fellow colleagues. They kind of got the assistant down, they kind of got the hygienist down. Not well, but it's more in their comfort zone. So what I want you to share is
so now they're bringing in a peer,
Yes.
And Paul, the way I like it, and it blew me away, because my background wasn't in dentistry. I'm an MBA. And I worked in healthcare to start with, and have done a lot of hiring through my years of my career. And a good friend of mine years and years ago said, we got the 75% failure rate. And I said, do you know why? And they said, no. It's like, you got to be kidding me. Well, it really boils down to this. Even medical doctors don't have this failure rate. And it's because dentists are in each other's sandbox all day long.
Yes. Well, that's what I say all the time. You know why these ENT groups do well? They don't see each other very often.
They don't see each other. No, exactly. Same thing with orthopods. Same thing, they don't see each other. They're in different worlds. They may come together for a doctor meeting, but other than that, they're pretty independent. Dentists are like 2 executive chefs in the same kitchen. And if they don't fit well, it becomes explosive. So
I also think that the way the circle of dental life works, I mean, I think you saw Arash, he's the exception to being a 45-year-old with 10 associates. Most of the time we got like a 53-year-old who's never had an associate, 1 second of his life, thinking now we're gonna Lego block in a 30-year-old and it's gonna go well. And I actually want to share, most of the time it's on the practice owner for the failure. I mean, I don't care if people yell at me or not. It's because the practice owner has most of the control, right? And yes, there are associates that might not be committed. And yes, there's associate dentists, but these are most of the time really motivated, young, enthusiastic dentists that just don't know how to navigate this. Now, I want to go to this next, Bob. I help hire associates. You help hire associates. We should be fighting like Eagles and Cowboys fans, but we're working. We're working together here.
Yeah.
I've described Dentist Job Connect as like a care.com. It is has a lot of DIY component to it. It's a platform. When our clients say, do you find out if the associate's a great dentist? I say, nope. So do you find out if they like the color blue? Also, nope. Are you sure they're going to be good for my practice? Nope. They're not. It is up to you to go on Dentist Job Connect and connect with these people. And if you are like a Dr. Arash, you may have a huge comfort in onboarding, but most dentists don't. So where do you come in? Differentiate your service, because we're collaborating, affiliate sponsors.
Yes, we are. We love you. Yeah.
But tell us about your service.
We take over where those nope questions leave that dentist hanging like, man, I don't have the time to do that. I don't know how to do that. I don't want to do that. Instead, Paul, we've got a white glove service in two ways. Number one, to hire that associate dentist and take it off their hands. So we will literally figure out exactly what the avatar of that ideal person in that practice is going to look like. We actually go on site with the practice, interview the whole team, because it's a lot the senior doctor, the owner doctor, but it's also the team, and it's also how that associate shows up. All those things come into play, and we take care and manage all of it for them. So it's a done for you service that, yes, it's going to be more expensive than just finding somebody on Dentist Job Connect, but frankly, you've also got that doctor who's been through this cycle a few times and feels really burned.
Yeah, and we've referred people to you because we say because depending on the hire, there could be a massive financial loss if you get it wrong, you know? The solo GP wanting to hire an associate 2 days a week, if it doesn't work out, they can kind of go back to working those 2 days a week. But somebody hiring a full-time associate to replace someone who's leaving for perio that was producing $800,000 a year.
It's this massive hole.
So we talk to patients all the time, Bob. My last thing is this. We talk to patients all the time, and we say, this costs this amount of money. And they say, that's a ripoff. I don't want to pay it. It makes us boil inside, right? But then dentists are particularly good at doing this with other people, right?
Yes, they are.
So when I go and say, hey, would you pay $20,000 to hire an associate? They say, no way.
Oh, no way.
Tell them at least why, whether they use your service or not, whether they use someone else, but at least just when someone says implants are expensive, I at least explain the value. So explain the value of the white glove service and why that can really be a win-win for the dentist. And it's not expensive. It's them protecting their investment.
It's an investment in their practice. Number one, they're managing their downside, because if it does go south, that $20,000 is gone instantly, both in production, in goodwill, in having to do it over again. Okay, but if you get it right the first time, that $20,000 can turn into $500,000. All right, and here's the deal: if you do it well, and that's what we do, we guarantee to do it well. Okay, if we don't get it right for you, we'll do it again. But 90% of the time we get it right because of our systems and the way that we approach this whole hiring gig. And there are some dentists that will just say, you're not ready. All right. This is not time for you. But those that are ready, and we can tell through their metrics and things that are going on, then we have a guarantee that we will get it right. But that $20,000 or more is really a guarantee. It's an insurance policy to make sure that when you bring this person in, they fit, they stay, they make you money. And for a lot of private practice owners, this person can also become a partner at some time.
But you're doing the work of the Lord G.V. Black, Bob. That's a famous dentist. People can text DPP to 215-798-9897.
Yeah, please.
You've created a free webinar on how to hire your dream associate.
We have. And Paul, we got one more offer as well, because we know that there are people on Dentist Job Connect that are like, they've already found this person, but then they're like, what do I do now? Okay. So we've got what we call the Thriving Associate System that is helping from that stage forward what to do with that. And so we've got a couple offers in play right now. Number one is that if somebody is really thinking, man, is it time now? We'll offer the first 5 people to get in touch with us a free analysis to say yes or no. Okay, and they can do with it whatever they want to. And then for those that contact us first 5 about this Thriving Associate System, we'll give you 20% off.
Love that. Well, please go share that in our Facebook groups too. You're an awesome sponsor. Love what you guys are doing. Hope to see you in Philly.
Thanks, Paul.
In April.